Hello, hello, hello. Uh, Seems like I'm doing more of these lately where I don't time them out because for some reason every time I do that something happens and I have to change it 3 or 4 times or something like that. So um, I'm just doing them this way. I don't know why. No excuse, no reason, no nothing like that. Um, but if you don't catch it live, you can catch it on the replay. Because for some reason, and I know this to be fact, YouTube is not sending out notifications because there are a couple lives that I missed that I know I'm subscribed to. Hey, Fancy. Hey, Beverly. I did not get a notification for. So I know that YouTube is not like notifying people or whatever. So, let's see. Hey, seen it before. You're one of the people I'm going to address in this live, ma'am, by the way. Um, and the title, I guarantee you that people are going to think it's something way different than it is. And I probably should have titled it different. But like I said, I just decided to pop up and do this. So um, the first thing I want to address is the fact that I told Lucy about irises and the ice cube irises. Those are orchids, not irises. I knew that, like, I don't know if that was like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago when I said that. I don't know why I called them irises. They're orchids, not irises. So that was my fault. Hey, just keep it real. Thank you for being here. Um, so, uh, yeah. So that was my mistake. Lucy, if you rewatch this or anything, um, I'll be more than happy to give you advice on actual irises or lilies that you're asking about. Because I gave you information on orchids, and that is my bad. Um, I'm not perfect. I'm not always right. Got it. Um, secondly, seen it before. I was going to try to type this, but it's really too much to type, okay? I had a mother of millions. It's a calancho. I mean, it's part of the succulent family, but it's called a calancho. Mexican hat plant, yes. Um, and when they say mother of millions, it means what it says. Because every leaf, I call them leaves, they call them something else. I don't know. Every leaf on that plant produces probably 20 babies, and the babies fall off into the dirt and make new plants. So if you get, I had a mother of millions that was 7.5 feet tall. It was huge. And I had so many babies. I would just take like the palm of my hand and cup it and just scrape the babies off the leaf and put them in baggies, and I would just give them to people because I had so many of them. Um, hey, Sicilian. Um, but yes, they will literally make a million plants because even after you scrape the babies off of the leaves, uh, see, they don't reproduce underground. They reproduce on top of the plant. So the leaves and the little babies that grow are them reproducing. Um, so that's what I was going to say about that. And they are, I loved mine because the leaves are green, but they're speckled with black kind of, so they look really cool. And then when there's babies all over them, if you don't take the babies off or if the wind doesn't blow the babies off, they will turn into flowers. They'll actually flower if you don't remove it from the leaf, which I only did that a couple times because I liked having all the little babies. But that's with any succulent. Succulents like hens and chicks, that's the most basic succulent you can get. After you plant it, about a month later, you're going to see on both sides or all the way around there's going to be little sprouts popping up of the same little plant, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, those are all babies. You just snip them off, or literally, you don't. You just need your fingers. You just pull them off, set them in dirt, and they make new plants. So, someone wants to know about succulents, but I would not give you a name without your permission because I know you know all about them. Well, Sicilian, I don't know all about them, but I do know a lot about them because they are, for some reason, it's just something that I've always, because there's so many different types and they're so cool looking. It's just something I've always been very interested in and done a lot of research on. But you can give them my name. I don't mind at all. I don't mind. Yeah, I've seen it before. Hens and chicks. Now around here, you can buy those at Lowe's or anything like that, and they will spread so quickly. I do want to show y'all because I haven't shown this in a long time. I don't know if y'all remember. It's called a rat tail cactus, but it's in the succulent family. When you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But compared to last time I showed it to you guys, it's huge. Like it just took off, and there's babies everywhere. And there's something grow. I don't even know what's growing. Obviously, another piece of succulent fell in the pot, and it's growing in there. Like that's just how succulents work, you know. Okay, Cecilia. Yeah, that's fine. Um, but this is now. I'm trying to get like a vision of how big it is. But that's my rat tail cactus now. It's huge. It's really huge. But like I said, I go for the succulent family because all of their stuff is so cool looking. Like nothing you get as a succulent is not cool. And the fact that you can just snap a piece and grow another plant, that's so cool to me, you know? And like at the top of this rat tail cactus, you can see the fresh green. It's just multiplying from the top. Hey, make it make sense. But yeah, Cecilian, you're welcome to give anybody my name and my email. I don't mind one bit, because I'm an adult. So if they come in there with some bullshit, I have the, you know, all I have to do is delete the message or whatever. So that's the way I look at it. If it's somebody that wants to troll or whatever, I can handle that just fine. But if it really is somebody that wants to know, then that's great. I mean, because there are a few people in here, I think a few, that can tell you if you email me, um, it doesn't take me days and days and days most of the time. Now, I have been slacking a little because of baby sandwich, being home and stuff like that. But normally, I answered that same day. It's almost like texting me, you know. Uh, seen it before can tell you. Seen it before. I don't mean to like call you out, but she sent me an email about a plant auction or whatever, and I respond. You know, I respond to all my emails. I do. You know. Um, Good news. My pitcher plant. Since I tried my best to get rid of the regular water instead of the distilled water, and I put it out here in filtered sunlight. She looks so much better, so much better. The Hobbit Jade is out here today. He is really getting too big for his pot, so I'm gonna have to either split him in half or something. I've got the rat tail out here today, and then I've got my watch chain plant. And what I'm learning about this watch chain is it definitely grows toward the sun. Because when it was in the kitchen, when it's cold out and I put it in the kitchen window, it grows toward the kitchen window. I put it out here, and it's literally growing the opposite direction. Okay, Rapper, thank you. I don't wear makeup, but if I decide to, I will make sure it is on point. Okay, thank you. Appreciate the input, though. I really do. Um, so yeah, so I've got all of them out here today because it's a pretty day out here. Uh, kind of like big vines, potato plants. Hmm, I'm not sure. I know. No, that was a shampoo plant Faith was talking about. And welcome, Katie Cat. Thank you for being here. Um, I don't know. I'd have to look that up because see, there there's a lot of plants I don't know nothing about. Hmm. Well, I can't. I'm too scared to like try to look it up because every time I do something like that, I kick myself out of here because I'm so great at YouTube and all that. But whatever. Um, but anyways, I will show you guys. Uh, okay, rapper. Thank you. Um, this is how big the watch chain has exploded. Like y'all remember it being two little plants? It's now just all over the pot. And then there's the foliage gems. You can see how far it's grown out. Here is Cruella. See, Cruella's doing very well. And then we have the Hobbit Jade over here, who is getting a little too big for his box over here. And then all the cuttings, leaves are covering up a lot, but that's a piece of the watch chain right there. And you see how big it is. So, yeah. Um, I have to be very careful because where I live, like I said, one day it could be like today, it's a beautiful, sunny, warm day, but tomorrow or tonight it could be 30 degrees. So, y'all give me 1 second. Okay. Hey, Alberta and Stella, thank you for being here. Alberta and Stella, I've seen it before. Anybody that was over there in Mirandy's chat today, I needed that so bad. That was so much fun for me. Um, I don't know if y'all enjoyed it as much as I did, but I did. I had so much fun. Like I really did. And also, y'all remember this was probably a month and a half ago, maybe a month ago. I told you that my asparagus fern had frozen and it was gonna come back. And I was crossing my fingers because the whole thing froze and died. Y'all check this out. Look at that. Look at that. No, Maverick. Maverick, no. But of course, he can't leave me alone if I touch anything. So yeah, my asparagus fern is popping back out now because it's getting warm. So I'm excited about that. Now these new plants need to start taking off and flowering. That's what I need to see. Hey D. Oh D, guess what? I've got another box of soap coming in tomorrow. Oh goodness. All right. D. Now he can be in here and like try to trigger me or whatever he thinks he's doing all he wants. But can you please, while you're in here, go and take him out because I'm not going to let him say F Mirandy. So if you could please take him out, uh, or oh, never mind. I got it. Thanks. So yeah, I'm not gonna have that. Like you can come in here and try to troll me all you want, because I'm just gonna cut up with you and be like, yeah, yeah, I'm big triggered over my makeup. Like really, you obviously don't know me then, because I don't wear makeup. So when you say fix your makeup, like that just don't resonate with me because I don't wear it. Just saying. And then to say I'm triggered, no. I mean, I'll act like it if that's like what he wanted, but then the F. Morandi statement, no, I'm not going to do that. So I understand, Sicilian, and I'm not saying, oh, he's banned for life or nothing like that. I just, you know, I'm not going to allow somebody. It would be the same if somebody came in here and said F Sicilian. I'd be like, ah, you got to go. I'm sorry. Or whoever's in here. I don't know. Um, Sweet potato buns. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that, Katie Cat, because there's a person that comes in my chat who decided they wanted to try a succulent called ice plant. Well, so what do? I, of course, order myself a big ice plant because, dang it, if you're gonna do it, I'm gonna do it with you, like just so you can watch. And because she did say in the email that I've killed. I had one last winter or last summer or something like that, and I killed the hell out of it. And so I'm gonna try it again. Well, I'm gonna get me one so I can show you exactly what to do with it. So every time somebody mentions something in my chat, I do screenshot it. I do read comments. So I would appreciate it, Katie Cat, if you can. Not saying it's a must, but if you can, just in case I forget, if you would comment on this live when it's done, and just all you have to say is sweet potato vines, so I can look it up because I want to get some. So you know, yeah, I know, D. I know. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry about that. But like honestly, comments like that don't really uh hit deep with me. Like fix your makeup by, oh, you're big triggered. Stuff like that just doesn't it don't hit me that way, you know? But when you say something foul like that, yeah, I'm sorry. I know, Alberta. I just want everybody to know, like, I very rarely give attention to a troll or something like that, but I'll answer your questions. If you want to troll all day, troll all day. I don't care. But when it becomes one of those things, yes, Devious, I did, and I, mm, mm, mm. I got it this morning, ma'am. I did. So I can't. Hi, Colin. How are you? Thank you for being here. Um, but yeah, you need to put that as a short on your channel, because I'm telling you, I laugh so hard. You know what I mean? Oh, yes, yes, I'm big triggered. I'm big triggered now. Yeah, no. Nope. So it was, D. It was the first thing I woke up to be honest. And I was like, what? Is she delirious at this point? Colin, I have not. Green and white stripe. I think that'd be a philodendron, or however everybody else says it. Um, unless it's an agave plant or King Leopold. Um, yes, Sicilian, I do. Except, okay, now because I deal with a lot of succulents, they go straight. You just drop them, you sprinkle them in the dirt, and they grow. Um, but hey, Kimberly 71, thank you for being here. But if I do grow something from seeds, I put them on a wet paper towel, on a like a paper plate, and I put them in a closet until they sprout, and then I let them sprout pretty good, and then I put them like maybe a half an inch under the dirt, and then as they get bigger and bigger and bigger, they go down, down, down. If that makes any sense. But here's where people get ripped off, and I want you guys to know this. If you ever see, because you'll find a lot of like on eBay and Amazon, succulent seeds is what it'll say. Don't y'all please don't fall for that. Seriously, don't fall for that. Hey, I'm here for it. Yeah, Sicilian. All you got to do is make sure you nick them. You know what I mean? Don't just take a seed out of a bag and throw it in the dirt. You got to kind of take a nail file and nick both ends. And I promise you that speeds up their germination and all that crap by a long time. You know what I mean? So just make sure you nick them with like a nail file or whatever. But if you, and also, somebody sent me a picture, and I can't remember who it was. It was these roses that are, they look like rainbows. You can get like 1,000 seeds for $1.99. That's bullshit. They do not grow. Not even one out of those 1,000 will grow. Okay, and if one does grow, it is not that at all. It looks like a wildflower. I'm just telling you. So I've already been there, done that for you. Don't fall for that shit. So, well, hey, man, life. Oh, what? Did you water it too much? Emily, I'm sorry, but our Iris and Lily baby is over here just rooted away. Uh, Robert, he didn't advise me to, but yes, I would definitely probably need to do that. Absolutely. Um, but there's this thing called comfortable in your skin, and that's kind of where I'm at. So, mm, you know, I could if I wanted to, but I choose not to at this point in time. You know, just saying. I'm a hefty girl, rapper. Did you not know that? Like, I'm a hefty girl. I'm only 5'3", and I weigh like now I weigh like 173. So I'm hefty. Uh, just saying. Yes, Sandwich. I know. Are you talking about the channel? I'm just waiting on Cecilian to answer. Hey, baby daddy blacks, how are you? Haven't seen you in a minute, girl. But I know everybody's got lives, like everybody. That's why I do these, and if you get to watch the replay, good. Yes, he's the one. Okay. Well, yeah. I'm here for it. You talking about the ones I mixed together? They are root bound. They have rooted together, but there's no sprout coming out of the top yet. So but it has rooted, and you can see the separate roots of each one, but then you can see the roots that come from both of them. Well, um, I'm assuming that's you, rapper or whatever, and you know, all I can really say is you might want to find a new hobby. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, I found a hobby of doing plants and stuff like that. Um, you know, maybe get you a dog or something. I mean, that'd be good. Anything like that. I'm always here to positively reinforce people, getting out and getting a hobby and doing things like that. Hey, Leslie, how are you? Thank you for being here. So, yeah, I'd advise that. Maybe get you a little air fern because they just grow with air. You don't have to do anything to them, and just make it like your hobby for the day. So, that that's just coming from me. That's just coming from me. You know. So, did everyone have a good weekend? Devious, you don't even have to say because I already know all you've done is work. I get that, but I also I wanted to ask what you guys think about this because maybe I'm just I don't know, stupid. So there's you another one, rapper, that you can do some comments on. Maybe I'm just stupid and I don't understand, but this eclipse thing that's happening tomorrow, why are businesses closing and things like that? If anybody can answer that for me, because I just am like, okay. I mean, I don't know if it's going to get dark for a little while or what's going to happen, but you know, I just don't understand it. So, okay, okay. I asked my husband, and he said, I think it like as far as schools and buses go, it's more of a safety issue of people stopping in the road and things like that. That's what they mean by safety issue, not the actual eclipse itself, just the people that don't pay attention or they're trying to see it or whatever. Um, so I get that part, but businesses closing, I was just like, okay, okay, yeah, seen it. That's what my husband said is pretty much the same thing as about the schools and buses because that I didn't understand. And then someone in Mirandy's chat, I think it was Becca actually, said it's a safety precaution for the schools and the buses. And I thought about it and I was like, yeah, that would because a lot of people will be trying to look or stop on the side of the road and things like that. So I do know I'm not gonna let my animals outside because somebody said that several times. I've seen it in several different places. So my animals are going to be inside. So it's kind of weird that I would do that, but also don't understand what the big deal is about this whole eclipse thing. Morbid, me too. Jesus, me too. Me too. Now that's something we can agree on right there. Absolutely. Damn, we in agreement on that. 100%. I've been trying. There ain't nothing worked yet. So that's something we can agree on there. But he's like a tick. He just won't go nowhere. I mean, so look, now you're my friend. Now you're my friend because, yeah, I agree with you on that. I agree. I agree. No, Davius, don't you do that. Don't you say that. That's the only thing I've been told, though, Davius. Exactly, Alberta. I'm like, okay, it's a Monday for me. Like, if it gets like dark, it gets dark here all the time because we have tornadoes and thunderstorms. Y'all know where I live. I mean, we live in thunderstorm and tornado like kingdom over here. So dark skies don't, I don't know. It just, the thing I didn't get was the businesses closing and like everybody declaring a state of emergency, and maybe that's just the safety of people on the road. I don't know, but I'm too old to even be interested. No, I'm not. But if somebody stares at it with their like whole eye, that could be damaging. And I don't. We don't want that for nobody, no matter who it is. We don't. And no, what I'm calling you, that's what I'm calling you because, you know, it just gets on my nerves. You won't go live. You're welcome up here anytime you want to come up here, um, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Um, and I know you've got a schedule. I know you've got things going on. I get it, but you know, we miss you. Like we miss hearing from you. I'm sure I'm not the only one. So that's why I said we. We miss you. You know what I mean? So you know, and this is honest to God. Oh yes, sing it before we do. We absolutely do. But see, I, it's such a like was hypocritical, not hypocritical, but whatever you want to call it, kind of thing. Because I'm afraid like everybody don't watch that show or like that show, so they'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. But on the same token, I try to give a little bit of everything that people put in my comments. You know, of things that they'd like to see or hear about or whatever. So yeah, I definitely need to do some notes, my notebooking, and um, Alberta, we're talking about The Trust on Netflix. It's called The Trust. Oh gosh, seen it. The guy with the beard, can't remember his name. Is he not the sweetest, like most kind human you've ever seen in your life? Because to me, I loved him from day one. And then also, Alberta, we're talking about Love is Blind, which is also on Netflix. Cecilian, you got Netflix? Oh, well, I don't have cable. I use like Netflix and stuff, which I've got honestly, y'all, and this is not a lie. Hey, Lori. I've got to go through all of my subscriptions, like Paramount, Peacock, Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, all those, and be like, okay, I got to figure out which ones I use and don't use. So I haven't had cable Sicilian in, gosh, I can't tell you how many years because it was over $200 a month to have the cable, and now we it's different apps, yes, but it doesn't even equate to that much. So yeah, yeah, we use them all, and I get my kids. Yeah, I vent to Devious about this because my kids all want to like use my sign in and stuff, and they'll kick me out of me watching the show, and I get so mad I have to change the password, and then I forget the password. So I call her and I vent, and I'm like, they kicked me out of my own shit. Now I can't remember the password to even change the password. Blah 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 blah. She's like, I told you, girl, stop letting them use it. I'm like, yeah, I know, but it's just a damn service. Mm-hmm. Seen it before. I cannot stand a commercial. And for anybody that watches American Idol or The Voice, those are now back on, and so is Survivor. Survivor's every Wednesday night. Um, The Voice is Monday and Tuesday night. American Idol is Sunday and Monday. Mama, can you get some? Yes, son. So, you haven't watched? Oh, Alberta, that I love them. I'm sorry. I just love them. I love them. Those are like my shows. Like I've been watching them now. Survivor is it's I watch it because it was something I did with my dad all my life. Like every Wednesday, he would make popcorn. Me and him would sit and watch Survivor, and we would talk about everybody, and we'd do like 50-cent bets on who we thought was going to be voted out, stuff like that. So it's a good memory for me. Um, but all these new shows, yeah, I, like The Voice. Oh, and y'all get this. On American Idol and on The Voice, there is on American Idol there is a girl from my town on there. There's two or three or four or seven, I don't know how many others from Alabama there. And then also on The Voice, there's several from Alabama. I'm sorry, Alberta and Stella. I really am, honey. I hope it gets better for you. You also have a blessed day. And if there's anything I can do, please send me an email. Yeah, thank you, Alberta, because I do that every time because I'm a dipshit idiot. So, oh, honey, you don't have to thank me. I really hope it gets better. I do. And thank you for reminding people to hit the thumbs up because I do forget that a lot. Hello, Dixie. There she is, Dixie. I was like, wait a minute, I can't see somebody again. Dixie, Dixie. But, all right, so I was having a thought. I asked this question probably a month ago because I don't know the like laws and standards or whatever on YouTube. Um, I'm pretty sure you don't do RAFFLE. You can't do that or nothing like that, but you can do like giveaways. So if I do that, would you guys want like an actual gift away? Because I know a lot of people don't want to give their information out on the CA or BMO or I don't know what I'm allowed to say on here, y'all. To be honest. Or would y'all rather a a like a gift certificate from the plant place that I order from? Just wondering. Thank you, reap what you sow. And how are you? Thank you for being here. I've been saying that over and over and over again. I know she's busy, she's working, I know that. But damn, girl, come on. We your community. Sicilian. No, it would be a certificate sent to your email that you could use to buy whatever plant you wanted off that website. I would make sure that it was enough to cover, anything up to $30, which is if you get one that's $30, you're getting a big ass plant. Oh my god. Oh my god. Lori. Lori. Oh, Lori, listen, you'll be so proud of me. I spent 4 hours the other day making a space for my diamond art area, as I'm calling it right now. I've got a table, got a little lamp on there, got everything, getting ready to do my first one. Well, that's what I'm saying, Cecilian. If I give, hey, Georgia mom, no, it's not about anybody needing anything, Georgia mom, at all. I promise. It's more about like I sit here and I mean, let's be real. Like there's no like a holy shit content over here. It's more about just talking and hanging out and saying hi to people you see in chats and talking to each other and stuff like that. But I appreciate it that you guys come in and support me when I'm live. So that's what it's about. It's not about anybody needing anything. It's about me showing you guys that I appreciate the fact that you come in here and, you know, spend your time in here. So, oh, Dixie, girl, I didn't either. I had to be schooled on that. No, absolutely not, Lori. Absolutely not. And I just like I said, it's a place where I don't care where you come from, as long as you're being respectful to each other in chat. And if you see somebody in chat that, hey, I don't like that person because of X, Y, or Z, just block them so you don't see their comments. You know what I mean? And that's what I want. So everybody can come in here and talk to each other and be like, guess what I did yesterday? Well, I did this. Me and seen it before. We're in my Randy's chat having our own little conversation. While they were laughing and giggling. I mean, I was laughing at the same time, but me and her were having us a little conversation in the chat about, you know, uh, shows and plants and stuff like that. So that's what I enjoy about it. No, George, I try not to, Georgia mom. I really do. Because to be honest, I'm too old, and there's really nobody on this platform that I hate. Um, and that the only person that comes close to that word is Scooter. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. And I think y'all know who Scooter is. I've called her that from day one. So that's it. Yeah, reap what you sow. That's a good idea. Hobby Lobby or Michaels has starter kits. Um, but since Lori already put it out there, Lori, I'm not telling nothing you didn't put out there already. Lori got my starter kit. Like she sent me a starter kit, like off her own damn shelf. And when I say a starter kit, I mean, okay, bitch. I mean, I have enough at this point in time until I pick up a little speed, because I have started on one, but till I pick up a little speed, I'll be dead before I can get all them. I mean, I'm just telling you. Yeah, Georgia mom. That's what I'm saying. That's what I enjoy. I enjoy, like, because I have two little boys. Everybody knows that. I don't get a lot of adult interaction. I don't, because I'm always taking care of them. Y'all know that I don't drive a lot. I don't leave my house a lot. So that's why I always say, y'all don't realize it, but I'm not helping y'all. It's more or less selfishly. I do this because y'all help me, and I'm not a selfish person, but when it comes to that, I guess I am being a little selfish because I enjoy speaking to you guys. I enjoy talking about plants and diamond art and dogs and I'm looking around and how I need to rake my freaking yard and all this stuff Maverick has pulled out of the house and drug out here. Like I like all that. Do you mean I'm scaring you? Make it make sense. Yes, yes, Lori, you are correct. That's why I said I've started on one because I may have been doing it for the last 5 days, but there's literally only like two little squares of it done because I get overwhelmed too easily and I don't want to feel like a failure. You know what I mean? So I have to take it, you know, literally inch by inch, or I get overwhelmed and feel like I'm failing, and I'm like, I can't fail. I really can't fail at this. I can't. But I will tell you the best thing to do is if you have a YouTuber that you like listening to, you know, drama free, they just talk about subjects, or if you like music, I turn my Spotify on most of the time. Just put your earbud in and just start going to work. And before you know it, you're like, holy crap, I finished that square. All right, good. Let me move to the next one. So, you know, yeah, yeah. Now Lori does the big ones, like the size of my car, big ones. Um, you know, thankfully, um, she blessed me with the much smaller ones, which you know, am very grateful for. And I didn't. This is going to come out wrong when I say the ones I told her that I would be comfortable with, but it's not like I told her, "Hey, Lori, I need you to send me diamond art." It wasn't like that. But she asked me a question, and I told her like I need something smaller because the first time I tried, I started with one of the biggest canvases, and it was a sunset in the background, so there was so many colors, and it was so big, so freaking big. And I got overwhelmed, and I rolled it up and I threw it in the dumpster. And I didn't want to do that again. Hey, Doodle Mama. Yes, Doodle Mama, I sure can. I absolutely can. The main place that I order from is, hold on, let me put this in the chat. Come on now. There we go. I'll give me 1 second. All right. That's the main place I order from. Um, they are based in Louisiana. So, oh, also, Um, Doodle Mom, are you talking about for like the diamond art? I don't really know, but I tried but I couldn't tell if they were talking because it wouldn't say in the description if it was like an 8 by 10 inch or an 8 by 10 foot, and I was just like, never mind, I can't do this because if I order this thinking it's like an 8 by 10 framed kind of diamond art and it comes to me and it's 8 feet by 10 feet, I'm gonna bash my head up against the wall. So I don't know. Now for the starter kits and stuff, I think Amazon would be a great place. But for the diamond art itself, unless you know your sizes and like whatever, but I'm just a newbie, so that's kind of what I'm saying. Let's see who had asked that. Yes. Okay. Doodle Mom. The Almost Eden plants. Um, I did a live a while back on kind of unboxing, not because I'd already unboxed them but hadn't unwrapped them all the way. Um, but I've been with them since probably 2015, maybe. I'd say 2015. I'd have to look and see. Um, and you can get pretty much everything's in a category, so it's very easy. Like if you want native plants to Louisiana, you can click that and it'll show you everything that's like a Louisiana native flower. If you want perennials, annuals, succulents, anything you want, vines, it's all. Hey, Southern lady, how are you? Thank you for being here. But also, Doodle Mom, I do want to say I did. Okay, I did order two plants off of Amazon. This lifesaver cactus thing because I don't know. I don't know why I did it. And I don't know. It's not bad, but it's not. It wasn't packaged great because I had like 14 pieces of it when I got it. You know. Well, that's what I always tell everybody is if you don't have a green thumb, start with succulents because they literally do not want water and they don't want cold. That's it. They don't want water until they're dry because they're in the cactus family, so they are made of water pretty much. So they don't. Oh my gosh, there's a red cardinal sitting right in front of me, you guys. No bullshit, I swear. That is so cool. So anyway, sorry, my mind just kind of drifted there for a minute. But yes, I got a it's called a gamecock iris, I think is what it's called. Make it make sense. Um, I'd have to go over there and look because I finally put it in the ground now. Um, but I'm excited to see that one because I did show pictures on my community post of everything that I've ordered. And actually, several of these plants that I have are ones that like I ordered. Actually, I need to go back and check and see if they have that little red tubular flower one that was out of stock. That's why I got the damn gamecock iris and the other one. So I wish mine were making make sense, but they're not. But I did just get it like a couple weeks ago, and so now my neighbor, hers, she's got beautiful purple ones, which is my favorite color. And she said, steal as many as I want. And I'm like, yeah, but you're using the word steal, so I don't really feel comfortable with that. I'm sorry. She's like, you know what I mean? But But yeah, I think it's called a gamecock, something Siberian iris, maybe. No, that's the other one. One's a Siberian iris and one's a Louisiana iris. Lori, no, you're not, honey. I've been talking to you the whole darn time. What you talking about? Why? I don't know. Your last comment I see is Amazon sells cheap ones. As you get used to doing it, you will see the bigger, the more detail. That's the last comment that I see from you. What kind of damn bird is that making that noise? Y'all, I want to tell y'all something. I swore I wasn't gonna say this, but I'm gonna say it. Okay. All right. Because I mean it's a normal part of life. All right. So I think everybody on this panel has at one time or another had like like a chest congestion and stuff like that due to weather change and whatever. So you cough and that's not weather change. I just coughed because I felt like a tickle in my throat. So y'all know. Um, but when that happens, like I call it hawking up the phlegm. Like and you spit. I think everybody in here's done that. And if I'm grossing anybody out, just put your earmuffs on. Okay, so now for some reason, and Devious got to see this yesterday. Maverick, if I make the sound like I'm hawking up something, and my throat is so sore because he has so much fun and I don't have anything to hawk up. But if I make the noise, he's expecting me to spit and he jumps like a gazelle in the air. Has anybody ever had a dog that has done that? And I know y'all are like, okay, this bitch is weird, weird, weird. But Maverick is the one that's weird. He literally jumps like a gazelle, all 4 feet in the air, like a rainbow jump, and follows it and then turns around and comes back and stares at me like, do it again, do it again, do it again. And I can't because unless I like have chest congestion or something like that, I can't just do it. So I have to make the noise, which of course has made my throat scratchy. But he's so weird, y'all. Hello, Brandy D. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Yeah. So he's just one of those dogs, I guess. Bless him, as we say here in the South. Bless him. I'm here for it. That's all I have. Sophie and Maverick are both Old English bulldogs. They spell it weird though. It's like OLDE, and then the English is two G's and an E on the end. I think no, two G's, and then the bulldog is with an E on the end too. Why I don't know. Like, and the only reason I know that is because of the papers when we file the papers for them. It's the Old English Bulldog Association, OEBDA, something like that. But they spell it really weird. It's really long. But Maverick is the newest edition. He's the newest Old English after we lost Moose in July. Moose was he was our he was just our Moose. That's all I can really say. Um, Yes, Dixie enormous. Like he jumps in I call it a rainbow. All four legs come off the ground and he jumps like in a rainbow. And then he'll turn around immediately and come back and look at me in the face. And sometimes he'll start whining, like, do it again, do it again. But I can't because it hurts my throat. But also, I'm here for it. Maverick is only, let's see, He was born August 19th, so I think he's about to be 8 months old on the 19th of this month. But he's over 70 pounds, so he's huge. Oh, Lori, no. Oh, my God. Yeah, that just kind of took me out a little bit. Oh. Lori, I'm so sorry, honey. Like, I really am. Because, I know Sophie's time is coming. Because she's 10 years old. And, the life of an Old English is between, uh, I think it's 8 and 14 years, I want to say. 8 to 12 years, something like that. Um, and she's 10. And she was born with health problems. So, yeah, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I'm going to do because it's inevitable, and I know that. So I just have to be prepared for that, I guess. Um, but that's the thing. She is my emotional support animal, which is very different from a service animal, you guys. She is not certified, trained to be a service animal. Let me get that straight. There's a big difference. She is just an ESA. Not just because that's a big deal, but she is not a service animal. She does not wear a service vest. She does have a little badge thing, uh, but none of that. Um, she just is emotional support for anxiety, depression, things like that. Um, and when I lose her, I don't know if I can replace her with another female because Moose devastated us, and I had a one-track mind. Um, I waited, I don't know, a few months, and then I was like, okay, I have to get another male. I have to because his absence was like deafening. It was just like weird. It was so weird, and so I that's when I acquired Maverick, who is just so funny in so many ways. It's all right, Mama. It's okay, honey. It's okay. But she's just, I don't know, she's different. She's very different. It's okay, baby. It's okay. So, and Lori, I think it's really not funny, but I think it's really cool that we both have a Maverick because the reason we named him Maverick is I think I told you my husband had a cousin and his name was Maverick, and he drowned, and my husband was pretty close to him and his sister, who she's still here to, I talk to her constantly. Um, and she loves the fact that we named him after her brother. So that's why we picked that name. But it fits him to a T. It does. Uh, so would Weeble Wobble. So would Klutzo. So would get into every damn thing. So would leave shit alone. Like he could have all those names because he is the most I want to see dog I've ever had in my life. Ain't you, buddy? He looks like a little ogre because his canines stick out. No, you're right, Lori. No, that wouldn't come across very well. Yes, yeah, and a lot of people think that I chose Maverick because of that too. Um, but his cousin was born in the late like 1966 or 67, and his name was Maverick. So it really, I mean, I guess it could be both. I don't I'm not really like a Top Gun watcher or whatever, but you know, we picked his name because of that. Yes, we did. And he is a hot mess. And when he lays down, he lays with all his feet out. Like his back feet are thrown behind him, his front feet are in front of him, his head's. He'll move all the leaves and just lay on the cold dirt. So, oh Lori, hey, you might as well. Why not? Hell, might as well. That's a cool name. That's a cool last name. To me, it is. If I walked up on somebody's house to like meet them or DoorDash or something like that, and their dog came running out and they screamed, "Felon, get over here!" I'd be like, "Oh shit, okay then, okay." I like Axel. I do. I like that. Um, Sophie girl over here, she's got a little prissy name, but she's far from prissy. She's well, no, not really, because never mind. She's very human. Yes, I'm here for it. I agree. I agree. That's why inside we have Moose's ashes. We have his collar. We have a little card with his footprint on it. We have all kind of things from Moose. It's not, and I know a lot of people are like, I can't believe you would do that. Like, seriously, cremate your pet? Yes, absolutely. Because he wasn't just a yard dog to me. He was like a member of our family, just like Sophie is, just like Maverick is. You know, yeah. Well, bad medicine, and also we stupidest thing we ever did in our life. My God, back in 2017, we bought a pygmy goat. We named him Steve. Well, he didn't like me. He liked my husband. He didn't like me. So he would rub his little tiny horns up against my husband. My husband would scratch him and all that. As soon as I came outside, he'd take his, like, it's hard to explain, but he would like get down a little bit and make this noise on his front paws. He'd get down and he'd make this like noise, and then he would jump and hit me in the back of my calves and give me Charlie horses constantly. It's like he didn't want me anywhere around his dad. But we decided, like, yeah, our backyard's not enough. And then somebody from a friend of mine, she had a farm and she loved Steve, so we gave Steve to her. Mm-mm. No, Lori, I did the vet. Uh, the vet didn't do it. We had it done somewhere else, and we got all the papers of the day he came in, how much he weighed. And I don't know if that, I can't sit here and say for a fact that that's true, but we do have those papers that say he was brought this day. This was his color. Uh, you know, uh, they even mentioned the scar on his back leg. Um, and so I do have those papers. I know, bad medicine. I'm just saying the names. You said it sounds funny when you call them names. We had a fucking goat named Steve. Steve the goat. Steve. Like, who buys a goat, number one, that don't live on a farm? And number two, who names him Steve? For fuck's sake. That's the point I'm getting at here. is people don't buy goats and then put them in their backyard and then name them Steve. We did. We did. Because we're just, I don't know what we are. But Steve did not like me. He did not like Nook sandwich at all. Like at all, at all. And if I got close to his daddy, he was like, bitch, no. I'm gonna take your calves out. I'm gonna tag you right in the back of your leg. And he did. All the time. And see, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people name goats stuff like, Nanny or whatever. No, not us. We named him Steve. I'm trying to show y'all this. I don't know if I'll be able to or not, but this is our Moosey boy right here. He's our Moosey boy, and he came with a number and everything. But yep, that's Moose. There'll never be another Moose ever, and I don't expect there to be. I don't expect Maverick to be like him. I don't expect any other dog to be like him, because there won't be another one like him. But our as y'all said, like dogs are family. They're not yard dogs to us. Yeah, they go out in the yard and use the bathroom and play for a little while all day, and if it feels good outside, we'll leave the door open all day so they can run in and out as they choose. But at the end of the day, they sleep with us, which is a lot of weight. So yeah, that's kind of how they are. But my Sophie girl, I'm gear myself up for that. Yeah, Doodle Mama, they are. Now, and one thing I will say, because I don't want nobody saying, oh my gosh, you compare dogs and you treat them the same as your children. No, I would take a bullet from a child before I would my dog. Okay. But Moose literally took a bullet for us and saved my two little boys' lives. Like, he was our family. He wasn't just, a yard dog to be put on a run and, you know, run back and forth in the same spot all day. No, he was treated like a human being, which all my dogs are. That's why they're spoiled and act the way they do. And I'm okay with that because it's my fault. So whatever. Well, I'm glad you're back. Oh, you're back in black. That's a song. Yes, Lori. Yeah, we it was not done by the veterinary clinic. It was done by a another company. So, and they sent us the most beautiful card with his paw print on it. Um, we still have his collar with his name tag on it. Um, just it is what it is. I mean, when here's the thing that I have to learn is when you get a fur baby, you already have to start that clock in your mind because it's not a if, it's a when. Fur babies are not gonna outlast me, I'm sure, or outlast my kids. So that's the part that I struggle with when getting a new one is okay, now you've got to get oh my gosh, excuse me, y'all. I wasn't expecting that. Holy crap. Um, you know, that clock starts from that day forward. and the first few years you're like, oh, happy second birthday, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and then you're like, oh, you're 7, you're 8, you're 9, you're 10, and so I have to keep that in mind, and you know, just enjoy them while I have them, I guess. So I don't know. Well, I don't think I really have much else to talk about other than um, I will tomorrow. No, I have another huge box coming in from the soap place. I want to show what's in that. My ice plant should be here tomorrow. I'm hoping, so I can show you all the ice plant. It has beautiful flowers on it, like pinwheel flowers of different colors. Um, oh no, 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 no. Lori, I'm a true believer in because you know what, Sophie or Maverick could be a very spiteful or mean dog if I'm the one who made them that way. You know what I mean? If I kept them on a 6 foot run day in and day out, and they had 6 feet to run back and forth in the same spot, shit, I'd be mad too, to be honest. And I don't even like running. I mean, I don't even like going to the mailbox when it's hot outside. I couldn't imagine just having 6 feet just to run back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I see it out here all the time. And I'm like, are y'all fucking kidding me? You got a dog just to stick them outside on a run like that? I mean, that doesn't make sense to me. It don't. If you lock them in a tiny little kennel, or I understand crate training. Now, please don't get me twisted on that. I know people crate train their dogs. But if you're leaving that dog in that crate for hours upon hours upon hours during the day when they could be enjoying the outside air with you or something like that, that's wrong. But to get them trained, absolutely, crate train your animal. I get that 100%. But I've never used a crate for a form of punishment. I've never done that because then they see going to bed when you're trying to train them to get in their crate, they see that as a form of punishment. And they do. And dogs sense things like that. And hey, Sammy. Um, and if that doesn't make any sense to anybody, I'm sorry. That's just my opinion and the way I feel. Um, but yeah, I would never use like Maverick when he came. He just followed Sophie. He's like, oh, we have jets flying. Lori, you can hear those. Our Air Force Base, which is 10 miles from me, or try. I think it's. God, what did he say? F-35. I want to say they've been testing them like all week. Yeah, and that's another thing I wanted to address or bring up. I watched Lucy's live. For some reason I never catch her live, but I watched her replay, and she was talking about Scooter's dog's nails, and I was like, that's absolutely true. Like Maverick, he has clear nails, or white nails, whatever you want to call them. But all you got to do is look up under, and you can see the vein line running through a clear nail or white nail. Now, Sophie has black nails, so I don't even attempt to clip hers because I don't want to cut. I know the powder works, but I'm just one of them people. Like if I do it and it cuts too low on her, I would feel horrible. So, I mean, it's not that difficult, Scooter, to clip your dog's nails, especially when they're as long as that picture I saw. That is really terrible. Sophie goes every other month to have hers clipped. Right now, Maverick's a puppy. He's had his clipped every time he goes for a checkup, but he's so active. Like on when I take him on walks, and they stay pretty, just from being active. They don't get long like that, but he still gets them clipped every time he goes. Um, well, Sammy, I don't think they are here. Lori, have you heard about the? Hold on, let me ask because I don't want to be wrong. Hey, what did you say those new jets were? Uh, F-35s. F-35s. Okay. Yeah, we had a bunch of new F-35s brought to the base near me. And so it's been going on like all week, and it's so cool because I've never, usually a jet will leave that like white thing behind them. These fuckers move so fast. I mean, it's unreal. But yeah, I guess they're testing them, or I don't know what they're doing honestly. But yeah, so my husband knows, but I don't know. Oh, Lori, I have a gun range like literally right down the road, and I'm shocked that y'all haven't heard it yet on live where they're popping off rounds and stuff. But when they do the training at the Air Force Base, whew, same here. No, ain't no time for a white line, Sammy. Ain't no time for a white line. Them suckers are moving. You hear me? Hey, baby poo. No, we're well. The only reason, see, before a few weeks ago, Lori, we didn't have jets like that either. It was mainly like up. You can hear the helicopter coming right now. I was about to say it was mainly the Black Hawks, so you can hear that coming. But my husband informed me that our Air Force Base was given several of the F-35s, I think is what he said. And so they're testing them out and using them and stuff like that. But that's all you'll hear around here. You'll hear helicopters, jets, planes, and they're so low when they're turning around because it is so close. I know people are like 11 miles, 10 miles, whatever. That's not that close. When you're landing a military aircraft, it really is. They're getting. I mean, they can't just wait till they come right there and just land it down. I mean, special ops, maybe. I don't know. Lori can correct me if I'm wrong. But when they're doing stuff like this, they are very low when they come back around to land and loud. Hey, freaking. Thank you for coming in. I've just been babbling for, oh my gosh, over an hour about nothing. Shocker, huh? Been babbling about nothing. Yeah, Lori, that's so are we. And you'll hear them sometimes. They'll be so loud, I'll just stop talking because I can't talk over them because they're that loud, but they're so low. So, you know. Hi, Kel Kel. How are you, honey? Thank you for being here. Plants are going great, Faith. I got a couple new ones coming in soon, and we'll see how those do. Um, I think another one's coming. Grandbaby's doing good. I do have some pictures of Pop Pop in there with him. I may post those, but I'll of course black out. Which I don't know why I'd black it out because Brad came on here with his dumb self that one time. looking like a fool. So everybody's already seen him, but he's doing really well at home, with the owlet on his toe and stuff like that. He does, however, have to go back in a month and 2 weeks and 3 days, I want to say, to have the surgery that he needs to have. And so he will be back in the hospital for a while. Um, so, one step at a time. One step at a time is all I can say. That's all I got, buddy. I'm sorry. Here comes another one. Yeah, I guess Sundays are test days or whatever. So yeah, well, Kel, the reason is because uh that was his biggest issue, was the breathing, and the fact that he would stop breathing while eating, or sleeping, or I guess you call it apnea. And so that's why he had to be fully intubated, and then put back on the oxygen after they took him off for a couple days or whatever. And so that's why they have that, just for their peace of mind, which I completely understand. And if the damn thing costs $8,000, I promise you I would sell my house to get it for them. But of course they're still a little shaky with them being at home. Um, they're trying to get in a normal pattern, um, but it's hard because my daughter-in-law is very, she's very tired. Um, my son's back at work, so she has the 2-year-old and the new baby during the day. So when he comes home, of course he's tired, but it's bedtime for the babies, and so they're trying to work that out. And I've offered myself up, and I think they're more or less just like, well, we're not going to ask for that, because they think they're asking for it, and they're not asking. I offered it. I want to do that, you know. Um, you know. Ending December striking through them. Okay, I don't know what y'all are even talking about. I wasn't paying attention. No, they're not. And I'm saying that from a customer perspective, because I can remember one time, and this is, gosh, I don't even, I shouldn't even bring this up, but I am. Um, I know for a fact, as the customer, I was not right. Um, McDonald's made me an order. At the time, I had all the kids at the house. Okay, so we're not talking about like one bag. We're talking about, you know, it was $100 and something at McDonald's to feed all of us. Well, I get home and there's no beef patties on any of my sandwiches. And I'm like, how do you make a hamburger without the hamburger? So I take it back up there, and I show the lady, like, there's no meat on any of these burgers. And she was like, did you already take it home? And I was like, well, yeah. I mean, I picked it up and took it home. There's no meat on our burgers. So that kind of made me mad. Like, she was saying I stole all the meat off the buns and was hoarding the meat and wanted more. Well, so the second time I go out, and I go into the car and I check the bag before I go home, and there's still no meat on the burgers. None. So I took the 3 bags and I gathered them up in my hand, and I went in there and I just swung them across the counter. And I said, how in the actual fuck can you make a cheeseburger without the burger for the second time? That at that point, I was not right. I was not right. And I truly believe that. I should have handled that like an adult and not like a mad kid or whatever. Oh, okay. Oh, Lori, I love bowling. I don't do it much anymore because of my hand, but oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, well. All right, Lori, love you. Thank you for being here. Want to be free or do they like tight roots? No, seen it before. Like my little sample pot that I show y'all all the time. You can you can take 8 different ones and plant them in the same pot. Yeah, you can. But once if you're ordering them from someone, like dump them out of the pot because you never want any plant's roots to be so balled up that they can't expand. You need to loosen them up like hair, like dangle them, loosen them up with your fingers, kind of like you're detangling hair a little bit. Because any wrapped roots means that it's going to die off because they're going to continue growing that way. If that makes any sense. But yeah, I have my little succulent pot over here. Every time a piece falls off of something, I throw it in that pot. There's like 10 different things in there. Oh, good. Is it only for like your area or is it like whoever wants to? Or Javius, you want to come up for a minute? She's gonna say no. I can't. I can't not. That was it, Sammy Woo. I freaking threw the bags across the counter and got my money back. And the point being, the customer is not always right because me as the customer had no right to sling those bags the way that I did. Like literally throw them from like way before I reached the counter. I threw them and they went everywhere. And I got my money back. And that's one time I can say uh, as the customer, was not right. I shouldn't have done that. That's what I was. That was the end of it. So I didn't get burgers. I didn't get anything. We ended up having to do something else. But I had no right going in there throwing bags like that. But you know, and that's a true like customer related. Customer ain't always right kind of story. I don't think I said that, Sammy. I don't. I don't. I don't think I said that. To be honest with you. Well, yeah, but I mean, it would have been nice to recognize it at that time. All I knew is I had 6 older kids and 2 that were 2 and 3 waiting on food. And, I was just aggravated. But that baseball practice, softball practice, everybody's practice was over. I went and got food, but I didn't have no right to go in there throwing bags. So. Hell, DBS got a freaking, I don't know if it was a double cheeseburger or something. She said, I just got a picture and it said, what is this shit? It was a patty or 2 patties in a container, and it has so many of them little dehydrated, rehydrated onions. That's all she got. And she was like, all I asked for was no this. But they put her 2 patties in a darn little container with just so many, it was swarming with onions. Bad. Hey, Shih Tzu. I'm waiting on my ice plant to come in. That's my ice plant sister right there, y'all. Just so y'all know. Georgia mom, it's okay, honey. It's okay. It's okay. I know it wasn't said with any ill intent or drama or nothing like that. So, and that's what I'm talking about. I don't mind little comments like that because I know it wasn't made with ill intent or to bring drama or nothing like that. It was just made to be a funny, and that's what it was. So yeah, but yes, that did make me laugh. It did. All right, come on, Stove. Come on, Stove. But speaking of that, do y'all remember the days when Scooter used to do things like that? When she ordered MGL, the burger with extra onions, or she ordered or something. I don't remember, but and she was spending all that money. Like I think back on those times, and I'm like, oh my gosh, all the money she spent, like banning MGL off that island, all the shit she did. Like if she would have saved that in like a savings account or something, she would still be able to pay all the bills she needs to right now. If she would put all that in savings instead of like, because I can remember one night she spent like $500 on dollies easy, and then I quit watching. So she may have spent more, but I know for a fact it was 500. And she would do that night after night after night after night, and I'm like, girl, I'd have a savings account galore up in here. I bet she does too. I'm here for it, and I bet she does too. But look, and I'm gonna say this, and y'all know she's the only person that I will say something about over here because I just she's the one person that whatever. She'll never be in this chat. She will be removed immediately, and she'll never be on this panel. That's a given. But I truly think, in my opinion, now, in my opinion, y'all remember I say in my opinion, she is trying her best to lose that job because people aren't calling like she was expecting. People have left her alone and they're not calling her job. So now she's coming up with ankle injuries, back injuries, slicing her finger off injuries, all these different injuries, right? Right. So she has a reason when she loses her job, then she's going to say it's because everybody called. No, it's because you don't like to go to work and you really don't like working at all. That's it. And that's all. I think it's on purpose. Hello, Laura Inky. Thank you for being here, honey. I do. Because she made it a statement to I think it was Ski. Correct me if I'm wrong, but she was like, I told HR the day before twice that I needed new gloves, and this is what happens. Ma'am, you're literally laying out, in my opinion, you're laying out your premeditated. I cut myself and it's an injury and now I can't work. Like, come on now, stop that. Stop that. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Georgia Mom. But here's the thing. She has not been there 90 days. She's still in her probationary period. So if she calls out too many times or, you know, whatever, she's not going to get unemployment. Yeah. Because, like, but see, the thing is with the back injury, she clearly states, which has been recorded by many people, that she did that at home, walking down her 2 steps into the kitchen. I'm telling y'all right now, and trust and believe, I tell you from a place of knowing, she hit that bottle so hard that when she tried to walk in that kitchen, her ass missed them steps and went straight down. I will bet you that any day of the week. Hello, Bell Bell. Thank you for being here. And no, I'm not saying that I've been that way a lot in my life, but I'm saying I can remember like on 4 instances in my adult life. Because on my 21st birthday, I mean, I had 2 kids. So did celebrate that. But I'm talking about when I was like 30, 31. I can remember being taken out for my birthday, and Lord have mercy, Jesus, because I didn't drink that much. I came home, missed everything. I just missed everything. The floor wasn't there, like the floor was too far up, and I did the same shit and ended up sleeping in the kitchen floor because I just didn't want to get up and move. Because every time I got up, I didn't know where I was. I was spinning like, this ain't happening. I ain't walking nowhere. There you go, Bell Bell. I think she missed the step and called it, like she said, there's 2 steps. So what I can envision is her going to step on that first one, but her vision is so impaired she missed the whole fucking step, and the back of her heel of that flip flop probably grazed that top step, which in turn made her fall. And that's why she's got that right up her spine. Because when you're in the bathtub, I've done this so many times, and this ain't got nothing to do with drinking. But if you stand up and you hit that faucet and it runs up your spine, it's one of them, it hurts so bad you gag moments. I think it's one of them. It looks just like she missed that first step and the back of her heel hit it and she went down. And when she did, it scraped all the skin off her back. That's it. Hey, Debbie J, thank you for being here. Oh, yeah, Debbie J. I mean, it's, I don't know. I'm not making fun of her for doing it. All I'm saying is, like, honey, you really need to consider help. I mean, you got a lot going on, court wise, life wise, that's coming at you, and no, it ain't gonna get you out of the trouble you're already in. But if I were you, I would try my best to do everything I could to be better before the superior court happens. But you're not. It's like you want to go backwards because you just said the other night you were so proud of yourself because you only had 1 glass of wine when you drove home. That's still you don't like. Are you not getting it? Well, Georgia mom, sadly, I don't think that that's going to happen because you can hear every time somebody brings it up to her, even though she claims she's sober and all this, she still vehemently denies the fact that she's an alcoholic. Hey, try me, bitch. Thank you for being here. But I'm telling you, that scrape up her back, I've had that same scrape on my spine from like getting up out of the bathtub and hitting the faucet. Woo wee. My God, let me tell you, that shit hurts so bad. It's one of them that hurts so bad I'm gonna gag and dry heave kind of things. So it looks just like she hit her back on them steps and she got scun up. I mean, that's and yes, I know A lot of people are gonna say skunt. That ain't a word. It's a word here. It's a word here in Alabama. She got skunt up. She got skunt the fuck up. And that's what happened. She bits fucking dust. She don't have carpet. And that's why the side of her face is all bruised. Thank you, Lucy, for showing that. That's why the whole side of her cheek is bruised on the same damn side. Because she hit that floor full force. Oh gosh, freaking! I with that one, I just you know what? Here's the thing, and I'm gonna say this, and it might make some people mad, and I hope it doesn't. But this is just my honest opinion. Um, I know the things that Ski has said and done and all that, but what made that clip so funny to me was his inability to stop laughing long enough to speak. That shit had me laughing so hard. Her fall had me laughing, but then the fact that he could not stop laughing long enough to even ask her if she was okay, just like her falling off the bed when she was like, "I didn't fall off the bed. That was my phone, bitch. You tumbled off the bed and hit the floor. We saw you hit sideways on your shoulder. Come on now. I mean, damn. I don't know, Debbie J. That's one thing I don't even want to get into because I don't understand it. It's like today I love you, today I hate you. Today I love you, an hour later I hate you. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. I went up there on his panel. It has to be a year ago now for a whole 7 minutes, and I tried really hard. I was very respectful, and I said I just want to give you some advice from my point of view. I think you're a lot happier, and you could be a funny person if you ice Michelle the fuck out. Ice her out. Because every time she comes up here is when you get down and depressed, you start arguing with her over some shit, or she starts an argument. I'm just trying to tell you, you'd get more views without her because you're not mean and hateful and you don't say hateful, nasty words. But he still does. So, there goes that help or advice or whatever. But I was honestly just trying to give advice. Well, and see, Debbie, that's another thing I don't understand is the last few clips I've seen, he has said in those clips that she has ruined uh, the numbers, or the numbers have gone down since she popped in there, or she's pissing people off, or something like that. So that's I don't understand that. But again, it's only clips until the night she was up there going at Tragic and Mirandy. I was begging for a link to get up there, and I wasn't allowed one, and that's fine. It is what it is. It's fine. Kind of glad I didn't, I guess, because I probably would have been real hateful, and I don't like being that way. But those are two people that, to me, they're off limits for you to call names and talk your shit on just because you don't like people or whatever, ma'am. Um, so I'm kind of glad I didn't. But I was all up in that mix too, trying to get up on the panel. I was. I sure was. So, if what's good for thee is good for me, because I was definitely trying to get up there. Mm, okay, I'm here for it. I get you. See, I don't watch him. That's I get a text saying, all this is going on, and I'm like, oh hell no, mm-mm. because y'all might not see me in every one of Tragic's lives or nothing like that, but I have nothing but respect for her. Nothing. Very much respect for her. And so I just wasn't having that. I was like, oh hell no, bitch. And then she's going after Mirandy, who we all know Mirandy is a very sweet soul, in my opinion. Um, I've been in her bushes since like September, just because I didn't want to cause no problem for her. And I know there's a couple people she was friends with that don't care for me, so I didn't want to cause drama for her. Um, but I was in the chat asking, like, please, please let me come up, please, because I guarantee you, as soon as I showed up there, her ass would have dropped, because she knows I'm not going to put up with her shit. Exactly, Georgia Mom. That's what I'm saying. That there's like, I know it sounds hypocritical to say, but I don't mean it in that way when I say Mirandy and Tragic. Like that's off limits people, like because they've never really done anything to anybody. But that goes for all you guys too, though. You know, if she decided she wanted to talk about Debbie J, I would be trying my best to get up there too. You know, or Freakin', or Georgia Mom, or Devious, or anybody seen it before, just blacks, whoever it may be. Um, it's just like keep your beef with the people you're actually beefing with, and this bullshit of she loves to house shame people, like saying, Lucy, you live in a trailer, or you live in a trailer. And what if she fucking does? So what? At least she's not sitting on 7 or 8 DUIs. She's not sitting on contempt charges. uh she don't owe back rent like you do. She don't. I mean, come on now. Who are you to judge where somebody lives? Hey, Beezer, my lovely. Exactly, and our weight. I don't give a shit. I'm 5'3" and like 173. I'm a broad bitch. Don't care. Next. I live in a small house. Yep. Next. My car's not brand new, but it's paid for. Next. I don't give a shit. How are you gonna sit and house shame somebody when the shit you're literally a squatter right now? You are a squatter. But you got the nerve to say Lucy lives in a trailer. She lives in a trailer. And what the fuck if she does? What if she lives in a bus? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a shit? You're just mad because people like these people. Exactly. Beezer. When my first place, when I moved out at 17, my first place was an apartment. And then after that 1 year lease was up, because of the people upstairs, I moved into, guess what? A trailer. Sure did. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit if you, guess what? You can take one of these sheds now, them log cabin looking sheds. You can make it a whole studio ass apartment. So what if I live in one of them? What's it matter to you, Michelle? What's the matter to you? Because you're living in somebody else's house that's trying their best to get you out, and you're squatting. You don't own shit. The only reason you have that pissy ass, stank ass, ashy ass, funky ass furniture that's stacked up with shit is because he was so done with your ass. He said, give her all the shit in the house. I'm done. I don't want none of it. Let her have it all. That's the only reason you have any possession whatsoever. And still, with that, all you own is a dusty ass old Blues Clues couch and maybe a bed and a dresser set. That's what you own. And you're fucking, what, 60, 50? I don't know how old you are. Shit. And that's what you own? That's all you got to show for your entire life? Okay. Bitch, please. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Sorry, y'all. I just want to rant. I don't usually do that here, but she's just one of them people. She just sets me off like that. And then when I think about the things she said to people that I truly enjoy watching and think that they're really in their soul really good people, it sends me to that place. I don't like it. No, Sammy, he didn't want any of it because he wanted her to go the fuck away. That's the truth. He said she can have everything in the house. I don't give a shit. Let her have it. If she'll sign the papers, let her have all of it. I'll buy new shit because I got enough money. She don't. I'm here for it. Uh, I would say, Devious, answer this question for me, but I don't have to. I'll just say it. I said to you guys on my live the other day about the rose bushes. I don't want to plant them because this is not my forever home. Even though we own it outright, this is not going to be my forever home. It's not. Um, you know, uh, so if I decide to buy a huge RV and guess what, live at the lake year round with my two little boys because I homeschool anyway, guess what? That's my fucking prerogative. As long as they both have a separate bed to sleep in, food, a roof over their head, a place to put their belongings and shit like that. What does it fucking matter where I live? That doesn't make the person that I am, because I'm still going to be the same person whether I live in a $500,000 house, which I have. I have. Not because I'm bougie, but because we had to have a house to fit that many kids. That's the only reason. Whether I live in a two-bedroom house like I do now, whether I live in a bus, it's not going to change who I am. Not one bit. So if she thinks for 1 second she can house shame, fat shame, whatever the fuck she wants to do, bitch, listen. I got one statement for you. One. I have never, ever in my life gotten myself behind the wheel of a car and drove, even having one beer, bitch, ever. Never, ever. I go play bingo once every 2 weeks or so. Guess what? I walk there. It's 2 doors down. If I have a beer there, I walk home, just like I walk there. I don't drive a car. Even with one beer, I don't drive a car. So shame whoever you want, honey. But I know she can never do self-reflection because, damn it, I wouldn't want to look at that in the mirror either. I'll be honest. I wouldn't. But do a little self-reflection because while you're out here telling Mirandy, oh my God, you're so huge. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. And you live in a trailer, Lucy. You might just be living out the back of your Jeep next month. You don't know. So watch what the fuck you say about people. Okay? Just saying. Hey, Panda Berry. Thank you for being here, honey. That's what I'm saying. I'm here for it. I don't measure, here come these jets again. I don't measure what monetary value. I measure the fact that all of my older children visit me at least once a week. Tucker sometimes more because he's aggravating, and Tucker likes to just come over and hang out. I'm just kidding. He's not aggravating. My kids love me. All of them love me. To me, that's it. That's it. If we have to live in a bus together, all 10 of us, well, it'd be more than that now because they have spouses and children. So it'd be like 16 of us now. But guess what? It's not going to stop me from being fulfilled in my life because guess what? I still got my kids that love me. Actually, don't call me or get mad at me and say, "Stop talking about me." I don't have to worry about that stuff because I don't disrespect my children like you do. And I raised all of them, every one of them. So until you can match that energy, shut the fuck up, please. Hey, Tilly. Thank you for being here. I know, I love it. I love it, D. I love it. I love it. And I'm getting me some more of them too. Just so you know. Just so you know. I'm getting some more. We'll get several colors this time though. Because they're so easy to grow. Hold on. There we go. Chat. There we go. Okay. Y'all, I apologize for that. Hey, Legs. Thank you for being here, honey. Yep, Legs. That's mine. But you know what? As much as sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, am I going to have to go do this for real? I love it. I love it that my kids love me and my kids trust me enough to tell me the things that they do. Sometimes I don't really want to hear it. I'll be honest. But I'm also going to give them the most unbiased, best advice that I can. And I'm so happy that they are comfortable coming to me to ask that. They don't ask somebody else. They don't call their dad, even my sons. They don't call their dad, they call me. Yeah, George, your mom, it's your fault. We're blaming it on you. We're going to blame it on you. We're going to blame it on you. Yep, and you know what's going to happen, Legs? Since you just typed that, I'm going to give about 10 minutes. One of them's going to show up. I guarantee you. But I will say this. Oh, I meant to show y'all these things the other day, but now I'm so deep in this live. I know y'all are ready to go. I deal with this place. They make homemade, like, not, but it's handmade keychains. So you get to pick like how the keychain looks and pins and stuff like that. Um, well, Devious, I don't know why the fuck you're asking us. We don't know. Actually, it won't take me but 5 minutes. If y'all don't mind, I really want to show y'all these keychains because I had y'all know I never like think about like myself or whatever. I always have stuff made for somebody else or representing someone else or something like that. So um, I had a bunch made and they are so cool. Actually, I did have one made for myself, so I do have to take that back. Excuse me, Sophie. Hold on. She's such a bullshitter. David, you're a bullshitter. You better check one of the kids, Devious, because you know they like to take your stuff. Okay, got my little envelope here. All right, move, ma'am. Come on, sir. You too. And also, y'all, while I'm live, just so y'all know, it gives my fur babies a lot of outside playtime, and because like I said, I leave the door open for them, so they can go in and out as they choose. But when Mama's outside, they love to be outside. It's like it's literally like they're toddlers or whatever, and they don't want to come outside by themselves and play. They want Mama to be out here. So anyway. Oh God, the Michelle Brown couch. Somebody else's couch too, D. Just saying. Okay, let's see. Do y'all mind if I show y'all these keychains and stuff real quick? I know y'all are probably like, damn, can you just stop? But uh you can get these things handmade, and to me it's so cheap because Tucker's graduating in December. And he will be a full-fledged nurse. What? Where's the other one? Oh, I gotta find the other one that's got the two prettiest ones in it. Hang on. No. Oh, speaking of a new sectional, D, my furniture's finally able to be delivered Thursday. I'm the one. It's not the people that I bought it from. It's not their fault. It's I got it right around the time my grandson was born, and then everything happened from there. And we haven't had a real like schedule since then. So, um, yeah, I had to just say I'm so sorry. I know we bought it, but is there any way we can just wait for a little bit? Because right now we can't. Like we just don't have the time. All right, I found them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Come on, Mabbies. Come on, Toast. Okay. All right, go down in the yard. Thank you, baby. Okay, now I found them. I have found them. Okay, so let me turn this camera on. Maverick, you want to be in the camera? I'm sure you will. All right, let's see. Okay, so these two I had made for Tucker. Okay, this one is a keychain. This one is a bookmark for his nursing books. It's pink and blue like cotton candy. That's the keychain I had made for him, which is, of course, a pride keychain. But I got to pick the every bead that I wanted on there. I got to pick all of those. Okay. This one I'm not too crazy about, but it was like a freebie, so it's okay. It's a rose with like a multicolored disco ball and this on there. Not too crazy about that one, to be honest. But again, it was a freebie, so this is the one I had made for myself. Oh my gosh, and I just dropped it on the ground. Oh my God. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Jeez, nuts, get it together. Okay, purple and black are my favorite colors, and the keychains are they're either the hook latch or the regular keychain. So I had that one made, and these are silicone. That's on them. So I had that one made for myself. I have this one made for Tucker. Tucker collects keychains. Devious knows this. It says love is love, and it has the rainbow bead on it and all the little silicone spacers, which I think is very cute. Now for Tucker's boyfriend, he loves his beer, his Bud Light Lime. And his favorite colors are orange and red. So I had him one made with a beer mug and orange and red on there. These are my favorites, though. I'll be honest with y'all. That bookmark, I want to keep that, but I'm not. But anyway, just saying, I want to keep it so bad. And then I got. Oh no! I don't sell them, Bell Bell. I order them This one says Scrub Life. It's a keychain uh, for Tucker. I always do stuff like this. But again, these are my favorites. The rainbow keychain and that's a bookmark for his nursing books. Those two have to be my favorites, especially the keychain because they put some bling in there, which Tucker is kind of blingy sometimes. Sometimes he's not. That's why I got so many. Um, Also, I wanted to show you guys these because they make these too. I can put y'all on with some good little Facebook sites where y'all can find stuff like this and y'all be like, what in the hell? Oh, damn it. I turned it on. Okay. This pen, this is a pen. Uh, it has a butterfly with the blue sparkle bead, and then it has a black bling spacer and like a crystal looking bling bead. And it's all glued together, so it doesn't come apart, it doesn't move, it doesn't do any of that. And then this little free one was a turtle, and they put it on a green pin with a green, like stroby looking little bead and a little turtle on top. So the girl that does them, guys, she's 20 years old. Um, very, 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 very sweet. Um, and this was just something that she's always done as a craft. Um, and you know, I've known this Facebook page for a very, very, very long time. Um, and they used to sell different things, but now they did pens and keychains and mystery bags and things like that. Um, so Coco Joe. Now I do know, and thank you for being here, by the way. I do know Dixie Normus. Sorry, Coco Joe. I'll come right back. Dixie Normus. The keychains are $15, but they, like I said, people say, "Oh my God, $15 for a keychain." But you customize every single part of that keychain. Like I could have put what they call a focal in the middle, like the Scrub Life one. That that says Scrub Life is what they call a focal on the keychain. So you can choose a focal with beads, or you can choose all beads. You can choose all bling, no bling. Like you design your own keychain, and it's $15. The pins are $15. Um, and to me, it's worth it because they're so cool. Coco Joe, I'm sure I can message them and ask like not a bulk price, but like just say if you wanted 20 of them, and ask them what's the best thing you can do if I order 20 of them, and I'm sure they would definitely be willing to work something out for that. And they do actually have focals for NICU, nursing, ambulance, medic, everything. They have focals for everything. Yes, Dixie Normus, you absolutely can. And not only that, they sell the refills on there. I think it's a 12-pack for like $8 of refills. Yes, they are refillable pens, and they sell the refills on their uh, little Facebook site thing. Yeah, so they are refillable. And like I said, when you receive your like, they make your keychain or your pen. They make it live on the show, so of course you can tell them if you don't like it, so they can switch it. And that's the thing I like is they'll take, if it takes 45 minutes to make your keychain, they're going to spend that 45 minutes to make sure you like it. And you know, I'll put the link in chat. I'm trying to. It's. Oh my goodness. It's On Facebook, y'all, it's called Pearl Lotto, Lotto. Their website is so good. Something. Freak, 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 freak. Um, but no. Back to the refill thing. Yes, you can refill them. They sell the refills. But anyway, they make your pin on the show or your keychain. But before they ship it out to you, they use a special glue to make sure that it does not come apart. So, if you see it on the show and it looks like, oh, that's going to, well, a lot of times people want their little focals to spin on their pin. If you don't want it to spin, you can tell them that. They'll put another spacer in there or whatever, and then they glue it before they send it off. Yes, but it's 2 words, Dixie. Pearl Lotto. All right, Georgia Mom, let me post that real quick. All right, that is. There we go. There we go. There's my email. Oh yeah. And also the young lady, her name is Jordan. Her mom is Judy. Her mom also does them, but Jordan is like the serious one. She's done this for a long time, and she's 20. But she does have gosh, what did she say? Because I don't want to mess this word up, y'all, because I think that would be very disrespectful. Um, but she oh my gosh, she's like 4'4". Um, and I see. I don't want to say the word. I believe it starts with an A, achondroplasia or something like that. But I don't want to get it wrong to be disrespectful. No, they don't do. Now, in my order, I did get a couple free little bracelets and stuff like that. But more than anything, it's their pins and the keychains, and then they do mystery bags. And I think the mystery bags are like $45, and you pick which bag you want, and then it has stuff in it. I don't know. I just do uh, the keychains and pins. So yeah, yes, legs. She is. Um, but I didn't want to be disrespectful because she named it the other day, or her mom did. I can't remember, and I don't want to be disrespectful and pronounce it the wrong way. But it was something. Yeah, did I say it right, Panda? Achondroplasia. But yeah, she is so like when I order the keychains from her, more than anything, because guys, I don't carry keys. I don't drive, right? So I order a lot for Tucker and just order them randomly. Hell, maybe I'll throw a keychain in somebody's box if I do a giveaway and they want plants or something. I don't know. Who knows? But I do it more for the support of her because if you see how much time she takes with each person to make their keychain, you'll understand why $15 is really nothing. And then on top of that, like when it's my turn, I just tell her, hey, I trust your gut because you've been doing it. This is what I want it to look like, or this is what I want it to represent. You go to work. And she'll make it up, and she'll do like the bookmark and the pride keychain. She did that all on her own. She did all that on her own. I just told her I wanted a pride keychain. And then on the Scrub Life one, or the Love is Love, you see there's a pride bead at the bottom. She did that herself. The bookmark, I told her, which is really weird, but because I know somebody else who has these favorite colors. Tucker loves light blue and pink. So she made his bookmark light blue and pink, or pink, all blinged out like cotton candy. Um, you know what I mean? So I do it more just to support, because I mean I'm never going to use the keychains myself, and I can only give so many away to like my family till they're like, hey, look, I'm not carrying 19 keychains, ma. You know what I mean? But thank you, Georgia Mom. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I'm about to head out myself. I've kept people too long. Um, but Doodle Mama, I ordered them on Facebook. It's a page called Pearl Lotto, 2 words. Um, and I think their website is on the page. The website is like so good. I can't remember the website. You know what I mean? So if you go on Facebook and you look up Pearl Lotto, Pearl space Lotto, you will see uh, what I'm talking about, and I think their website should be on there. But yeah, like I said, I buy so many at a time just because I like supporting the girl. She's 20 years old. She's got a talent. She's got a craft. She's not out here trying to rip people off. She's not out here begging. She's not like she's. I think she should charge more, to be honest. But you know, that's just me. That's just me. Oh, and I would love to, before I do leave here, I would love to send a thank you out to Devious for coming up on the panel like she said she would. So I want to say I appreciate that. Um, well, Sammy, I mean, it's not like I'm giving her anything. You get what I'm saying? I'm getting a product, for like for the money I pay, I get a product, and it's a very beautiful product. You know, so I don't feel like I'm just saying, I do it because more of in support of her, and Matt sits with me and he watches as she makes the keychains and the pins. He's got a pin himself. Where's your pin, buddy? I know. Where's your pin? I'm gonna show him your pin and then I'm getting off. He's like, I can't believe it. You've been live for 2 hours. I know. All right, this is what Matt picked out for his pin. He got a Snoopy and a yellow little silicone spacer, and then I don't know if you call it a hexagon, a dodecahedron, or whatever silicone bead in there. And he got a yellow pen that fades because yellow is his favorite color. So that's what Matt did with his pen. Here. So, so does he, Panda Berry. And yellow, he loves Snoopy and yellow. So, yeah, it's something fun. Like, for me, at a $15 price point, for people that like keychains, that you can't go in a gas station and buy like a keychain. And when I tell you, you could come up with the most random shit. I'm not being funny, y'all. She literally has focals, which are like the Snoopy would be considered a focal on the pin or a keychain. She has little penises with faces on them that you could make a keychain or a pin out of. Like she has everything that you can make it. You can make a keychain whatever color you want. You get to pick the actual keychain color. She's got all colors in the keychains. It's not just silver, gold, black. It's like green, purple, whatever. So you get to build it from start to finish. Yeah, Panda. There's literally all kinds of shit. And I mean it. So, all right, guys, I've kept y'all way longer than I ever should have, but I appreciate you being here so much. And yeah, if y'all want to check out the keychains and Jordan, you can go to Pearl Lotto. I'm not sure which days she is on exactly. She's like 4 days a week, I think. But go check that out. And then the video I did yesterday, you can go check out the My Mermaid Treasures because, yeah, all that goodness. But I appreciate y'all being here so much. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up or thumbs down, whichever you choose. And please, again, leave me your comments. I'm waiting on one comment, and I know that's going to tell me the name of that sweet potato vine. I remember it, but I still need you to type it. Um, and yeah, just I love comments. So y'all interact all you want because I enjoy it. Y'all have a wonderful day. Love you guys. Bye. I seen a snake over there earlier.